Hello, everyone. This is Shipper from Miscellaneous Debris.
I can't believe you actually said it.
I'm going off script. I'm reading the script. All right, Hello. I can't say it. Hello, everyone. This is RD from Miscellaneous Debris.
And this is Matthew from Miscellaneous Debris.
And welcome to the Weekly Bros podcast. Hello, everyone.
And don't forget, you can reach us on social media if you like. You can hit RD up at Rock in the D. You can hit me up at Miscellaneous Debris with 2 underscores. Don't you know? Or you can hit us both up at The Weekly Bros. You can also go to our Facebook page. I almost said channel again. Our Facebook page at Miscellaneous Debris Channel. Or you can email us at therealweeklybros@gmail.com. Once again, that email address is realweeklybros@gmail.com. So, RD, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great there, Matthew.
You doing great?
Nice
you know what?
Nice to talk to you.
You know what?
Nice talking to you.
I feel
it's always fun.
I feel I'm doing well, but I feel a bit lost at the moment.
Oh, my God. Jesus, nice segue.
I got to bed about 2:30 right in that one. But before we get started, please take the time to hit that subscribe button and the bell to stay notified of all of our videos right here on Miscellaneous Debris.
So we spent I've spent the last like month and a half or whatever catching up on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because it's like your favorite show.
Yes.
And we did. And I'm caught up and I thoroughly enjoyed it and I loved it. But now it was your turn. A little tit for tat, if you want to put it that way. So what did you start watching there?
I started watching
Matthew?
Lost at the behest of you. And I know it's one of your favorite shows, and so I kind of felt it's not that I'd say I felt obligated. It's one of those shows that like I always meant to watch it, and I just never got around to doing it. I figure since you were nice enough to watch, the entire series of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in record time, I figure I could at least
it was record time.
I could at least get 6 seasons of Lost done. I've gone through season 1, and my overall thought is that it is a very well written show. I mean,
so
I can already see the 1,500 different mini storylines that will be going out throughout the rest of the series that I would like to see play out. But
yes,
I have a ton of questions. Which,
we'll get to the questions in a second.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you about the format of the show. What do you think of the flashbacks and how they interweave the flashbacks with the current narrative in the story?
I like that aspect of it because I like having the background on the characters, and I like the fact that almost every show they picked a different person or a couple to focus on, which was nice. So that way everybody had their own shining moment to get to know their character. So I like that aspect of it. I liked the flashbacks in terms of when I actually enjoy the character. So I liked all of the backstories that they had, but when it came to Jin and Sun, they were the Donna for me. I didn't like anything that was going on with them, and so. But it also felt like their episode had 5 more flashback scenes than the other people had. It seemed that way because I just didn't like the story.
Right.
So it just seemed like they shoved more in there just because I didn't like it. But they probably had just as many scenes as everybody else. But it's really cool.
Right.
It's a cool way to do it. I like it.
Yeah, it's a really good way to tell a story, and it's a great way to, instead of learning about the characters individually during the show while broadcast, you actually get to go back in time and learn their back. You get to feel for what their backstory and why they are the way they are. So instead of being told,
Yeah, exactly. And it's a good trick that they used. I'm sure they didn't get it from it because I think Lost was before this, but in the first Iron Man movie where they start the movie out when Tony's being attacked, and that after he gets captured, then they go back in time. So that way, you feel for the guy, and then you find out what a dickbag he actually is, and so you're on that journey with him to redeem himself, not just to escape, but to redeem himself. And I think that's a cool way to tell a story, and that's what I can equate it to.
Well, awesome. I'm glad you like that part of it too, because every episode's like that. I have to ask you. I want to know who your favorite character is and your least favorite character. I get an impression it's Sun and Jin as a couple. Is your least favorite character, but who is your favorite character?
At the moment, my favorite character would probably be Locke, just because he's so freaking weird.
He's like the Zen master badass at times, but he's fucked.
I mean, he's creepy one second, He's sociopathic the next. He's Mr. Rogers in one moment, and then he's, Mr. Hyde in the other moment. It's
He's either smiling at someone with an orange in his mouth, or he's gutting a squirrel, or he's building a crib for
Right.
Claire.
a close second would probably be Hurley.
Mr. Fun Good Time Hurley.
He is. He really is.
I want some freaking answers. Yeah, he's
I like Charlie's story. In the beginning episodes with Charlie, I was like, there's gonna be a heroin detox storyline coming up here because that shit's gonna run out quick. I said that to myself. As soon as he was in that bathroom in the nose of the plane, I was like, oh, he's doing heroin. It's not a doubt in my
he's doing
mind.
it.
And so, like 2 episodes later, he's on the detox storyline, which
Right.
he detoxed from that stuff pretty quick. I'm pretty sure heroin withdrawal is going to do a little bit more than that to you. But, whatever.
When you got people talking to you, holding your hand. I mean, who knows?
It's television. Jack's story's pretty cool. It keeps getting more interesting. Kate, now, correct me if I'm wrong. Kate was already on the run for, being a criminal. But the
Yep.
reason she was in Sydney was because she was hiding out because she caused the death of her ex-boyfriend in the car when they were leaving the hospital. Am I? Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Claire's storyline's weird. I like it. Like the whole psychic thing was just like, oh my gosh, like, oh, this is what needs to happen. And then when Claire was like, oh my God, he knew about the plane. I was like, oh,
Right.
like, wow. Okay, cool. Hurley's number obsession. That was pretty cool. I like that the interesting backstory with him. It's like, yeah, he you just see this overweight happy dude. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he's worth $160 million. Like, what?
Did you like that scene on the raft when Sawyer's reading all the notes and he goes, "Who the hell is Hugo and how does he have $160
Yeah,
million?"
That was great. I don't like Michael. I don't. He's a whiny.
Well, he's his son is gone. All right, so okay, so
Like, anyway.
let's so
Sorry.
let's done with the characters.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you this question, and I know you're I don't know how you're gonna answer it, but
Okay.
I know you're not gonna have you're not gonna come anywhere close to the right answer. So I just want to hear, what do you think is going on? Because my first question to you, and I told you the first thing you were gonna ask me after you got done watching the season finale was
What was down the hatch? Yeah. That was
Yes.
my first question.
Right, that was
literally
I
what I
knew
texted you.
I knew it's what it was gonna be. Was what's down the hatch?
What I think is down that hatch. The reason why that hatch is there is a quarantine thing. So my guess is that there's like a nuclear testing facility, and the radiation on the island has done something to the animals on the island, which is what causes the monster. Then the radiation is what makes everyone hallucinate and makes them see things that's not really there. So my guess is that it's something like that is going on. That's my
Good guess. It's good. It's a great guess, Matt.
Thank you.
There's a theme that it's mentioned a few times in the first season between destiny and fate. So I'm talking about that a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a main battle between Locke and Jack. Why they're there, why things are happening.
Yeah.
One of the episodes is titled "Man of Science, Man of Faith."
That was a good episode.
Those two people and the way they look at things are the main driving force of why things happen to them, right? It's a narrative going forward in the story I think you should pay attention to.
It's two sides of the same coin.
Now, shoot, what do you got? What do you got for me? Like I said, you have 13 questions. I can only answer 2 of them.
Well, I understand that, but I mean, like, I can some of these things I can try to answer myself. Like, number 1, I have, and it was the first question I had at the very beginning of the season, and I still don't have a damn answer for it. Is that why are there polar bears on a tropical island?
It's a good question.
I want to know why.
That's a good question.
It's a good question. So I'm pissed that I did not get an answer for that, but I'm hopeful that in the future I will get an answer to that question. Now, the second question I had was, what did Locke see when he looked into the quote-unquote heart of the island?
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a good question.
Was he looking at that giant monster, which may not be a monster, because when Locke was being pulled into that pit, it sounded a lot like there were chains, like someone going up. You know the sound that a roller coaster makes when it goes up. Like
it's a
ting
very-
ting 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 ting.
It's a very mechanical noise.
Yes, it's very mechanical noise. So maybe
Yes.
there was a mechanical device that was shot out, which roped up Locke, which was pulling him in. So maybe that's the monster. And what he saw was like a vision from the black smoke that might be radiation poisoning, and he's actually got, a tumor, and that I don't know. Anyway, so I want to know what the heart of the island is and what Locke saw.
Hey, Matt, those are good questions. Those are good questions.
Now,
What's your next good question?
my next
for
good
me?
question is, why do those numbers keep popping up?
Well, you've seen them a couple times already, right?
Yeah, but that's not just a coincidence. So something's up with those numbers. Damn it.
That's a good question too, Matt. Do you see a theme building here?
Yeah. What's in the hatch? We already talked
What's
about
in the
that.
hatch? We got that one. That's the one I can answer.
Are Sawyer and Jin dead? Because all we saw was Michael outside of the raft. I didn't see Jin. I didn't see Sawyer.
Are Sawyer and Jin dead? It's a good question. It's a good question.
All right. Number 6. Did the others that took Walt, are those part of the others, or are they just some creepy fishing crew?
Matt, that's a damn good question. That's a good question.
Speaking of the others, where are the others? They went to the Black Smoke. They saw no other people. They found Russo. She had the baby. They got the baby back. Where are the others? I don't see any others. Are they down the hatch? Are they around the hatch? Do they have another hole that they live in? Do they have caves off in the other part of the island?
Man, these are all. That's a damn good question.
Now, okay, I realize you can't answer that question, but my next question, you might be able to just humor me on.
Okay.
And trust me, I am of the age, and so are you, and maybe some of our listeners are, that have played the Oregon Trail. They know how easy it is to die when you have no supplies and no resources. So out of 48 survivors, how did only 3 of them die? And not one of them from sickness, starvation, or dehydration.
I think it's a little combination of good. It's a TV show. You got to take some things, but there might be some other things that play there. There might be, some things you're gonna find out.
Some lady stubs her toe and ends up drowning. Boone takes a header out of an airplane, and Arts decides to get all Bill Nye the Science Guy and blows out. That was
You were not expecting Arts to blow up. Were you?
I made a joke of it. Like, I'm like, dude, he's totally gonna blow himself up. It's gonna happen. But I said that
so funny.
knowing that it wasn't going to happen. And then when it did happen,
it totally happens.
I was just,
I remember seeing that when it happened. I'm like, oh my god, he just blew up. That was fucking sweet.
oh my gosh.
Poor Arts.
And then Hurley's like,
All right, it's Arts. I think it's ARZT or Arts.
You got some arts on you.
You got some Arts. Yeah, I think you're.
Moving on.
Moving on to the next question.
My next question is: did Saeed know about Charlie and his drug habit, and did he just take Charlie to the drug plane just to fuck with him?
I don't believe he knew.
I mean, I did notice that Charlie had, he had stolen a Virgin Mary, so now he's got a whole bunch of heroin that he can use. But it's just like, dude, did you know about that? Like, thanks, Dick. Like, why would you do that? Like, that's just mean. Anyway.
You notice how I'm not telling you anything?
Yeah.
I'm not even giving you nothing.
I know. I'm sure people that are listening to this are like, oh my God, he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I know.
Look at this
So
idiot.
you have to not read the comments too if someone actually makes a comment on this. So what else you got? What's your next good question?
Why can Locke walk?
Oh, well, that's a good question too, man. Because he did end up, in a wheelchair somehow.
Oh gosh, that reveal was pretty good. That was a good moment.
That's I gotta say, out of all the episodes in Lost, of the 6 seasons, I think it's definitely my top 10 episodes, and that moment is one of my favorite moments because it's just so unexpected. I mean, you don't even see it coming, and next thing you know, it's oh my God, he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Then how is he walking on the island? And that's the first time you start to think to yourself, what the fuck is going on in this place?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Besides, there's weird monsters and there's, whatever, there's noises in the jungle, but that's when you realize there's something else going on here. People need to take a step back and be like, whoa, this place can be kind of special,
And speaking of that, does Walt have like telekinetic abilities and psionic abilities now? I mean, he grabbed Locke's arm and was like, "Don't open it, don't open it, just don't open it."
If you did notice, Matt, in all of the Michael flashbacks, you do notice that Walt does have weird things happen around Walt in all of his flashbacks.
Now I'm gonna have to go back and fucking rewatch that shit. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, if you remember the one where Walt is working on a homework project or something, and he's trying to do some. He's studying about birds, and he's talking about a bird that's it's in this book.
Oh yeah.
And actually, the
the
he's
bird.
like, no one's paying attention to me. He gets all pissed off, and then
Yeah.
a bird kills himself.
I did notice that.
Walt is creepy as fuck.
Was it the black smoke that abducted Locke, or was it the mechanical devices sent up from the person living in the hatch, or others living in the hatch?
I can just tell you right now that it was the black smoke that abducted Locke. You been talking about when he got dragged on the ground into the hole? Yes,
yeah.
that's the black smoke.
Okay, all right.
Don't you see it? You see it.
But was it the black smoke, or was it the people in the hatch? Is the black smoke the people in the hatch? Is the black smoke the others? Are the people in the hatch the others? Maybe they are.
Pizza good for you?
Yes, pizza's good for you. Whoever tells you it's not is lying. All right.
That was okay. I answered that one for you. That's definitely was. If you're gonna talk about that specific scene, you see the black smoke, so I can tell you it's the black
Okay,
smoke.
all right.
That abducted Locke.
What did
else you got?
Russo do to Claire to make her have amnesia? Is Russo
Yeah.
working with the others? Do the others know about Russo? Is her
Those are
is Alec
good
part?
questions.
Maybe Alex.
Those are good questions.
Maybe Alex is alive and she is in the others. Maybe she started the others.
These are all good
These
questions.
these are all things that are going through my head right now.
You're like, oh my God, I have to hurry up and get to season 6.
And last but certainly not least, on the tip of my tongue, what in the F is the monster?
That's a damn good question. And I gotta tell you right now, I've seen it. I'll tell you this. I've seen the series,
Uh-huh.
and I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question.
You're such a dick.
That's a good question.
But so that's my season 1.
Questions that Rick can't answer. All right. Out of all those, I don't want to tell you this.
Then don't tell me. Don't tell me. I don't want to be spoiled.
I was just looking at all those questions you had. Some of them we've talked about, so you're probably down to 10. Out of the ones that are left, I was going to tell you a number that you may find out answers to after watching the show for a little bit. I just don't want to, I told you, Matt, this is a show where you're going to get 5 questions off the bat, right? And each episode, they're going to answer a half a question. And then you're going to get 5 more added on.
Oh, God.
So by the time you get to the end of the show, you're going to have an exponentially more amount of questions than you will answers. And the answers you're going to get may not satisfy you. But I will tell you that some of the answers you will get are amazing. I told you, like, my favorite characters. When you asked me this, like, last week, you asked me who my favorite characters were or something about my favorite characters. And I told you that they're not even on the show yet. 2 of them you're going to meet this season, and then 1 isn't later on, but I'm pumped because you're getting excited, and you're going to have more questions, and I'm going to be like, those are good ones.
I'm going to have to, so in between each question that I asked, I'm going to have to, splice in Joe Rogan saying, it's a good question.
That's a good
question.
It's a good question. You'll find that this show is very frustrating. But, and we've talked about this before, it's like, the thing with Lost was the water cooler talk, right? Like, you'd see it one week, and then you'd wait a week, and everyone talked about it, and there were internet forums, and, people were fucking, going crazy about this damn show.
Yeah.
You're not getting that.
Nope.
So I don't think you're going to get the full appreciation for the show, but what you can do, I said you can't Google shit because fucking answers, shit will pop up, and it's going to ruin it.
It was very, so to talk on that aspect of spoilers, it was very difficult for so watching the first 4 episodes, it was really, really hard to not go online, to try and, get a clarification on something in the show, or to try and, like learn somebody's name or something. So after the first 4 episodes, I was like, ugh. But once I got out of that mindset of
wanting instant gratification, the whole millennial mindset.
So I stayed off of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it made my enjoyment like that much more of it, because I didn't go looking for it. I didn't try and spoil myself. So, I'm completely fresh when it comes to watching any of this stuff. So it is literally, I am watching it for the first time.
That's amazing. Like I said, I wish I could go back to that moment in time in my life when I was watching these shows on, was it Tuesday or Wednesday nights? I think it was Wednesday, because I used to go to trivia and then watch Lost. I wish I could. I mean, I know it, and I'm still happy I know it, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
when you see that thing for the first time and it's new and it's exciting, you're like, whoa, this is amazing.
Yeah, dude. It's it's one of those things
happy.
where you can remember where you saw it, when you saw it.
Happy.
But yeah, man, that's what I got.
You've made it through season 1, which I think is the most challenging season, but it's also the most addictive, because now you've got that crack in your body. Now you want answers, and you're gonna fucking watch these goddamn shows as fast as you can.
I feel like I watched that season pretty quickly. Like,
well,
I was done with it within a week.
If you think about it, it only takes you. Well, this season 1 is longer though.
Yeah, it's like 25 episodes.
The pilot, I think, is like an hour and a half, and like the season finale was actually like 3 hours long.
Oh yeah, like I said, I texted you after the second part of the 3-part series was going on, and I'm like, this is how it ends. This is fucking ridiculous. And then and then I realized, like, wait a minute, there's another episode. I didn't even realize there's another one. I'm like, why do they have so many episodes?
If you think about it, I think every season 4 isn't a full season. It's only half a season. And I think even season 6 is only 12 episodes. It's not a full season either. So season 1, I think, has the most. Maybe season 2 does too. But I think it's like 25 episodes or 24. You really break it down by hours. But you're in for a real treat. You're going to meet some new people and see some exciting things.
All right. I'm excited for it, man.
You're in for it.
I'm happy. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
I do like in the daily text message, like, what the hell's this? What the fuck? This is so stupid.
It's not going to stop. You created a monster.
Why is Hurley so fat still?
Hey, man, come on.
He asks himself the same question.
Yeah, I know.
No, I did like the episode where Hurley's Walkman batteries die.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh man.
Well, I always thought that was kind of funny, because every time I see him, he's got the fucking headphones, and I'm like, aren't those batteries dead yet? Like,
yeah, right. And how has no one confiscated those batteries to be able to do something productive with them? Like, I don't know, maybe there's a flashlight. I don't know.
Flashlight. Well, I'm glad you're liking the series, and I'm looking forward to hearing all about it.
Yeah, man.
A little more chats, and we can celebrate.
Oh
with
yeah,
fans
man. We're gonna be able to spin sequels out of this topic for weeks to come. Well, if you'd like to reach us on the Twitters, you can reach us at Rock in the D. You can also hit me up at Miscellaneous Debris with 2 underscores. You can hit us both up at The Weekly Bros. You can go to our Facebook page at Miscellaneous Debris Channel. And you can also email us at realweeklybros@gmail.com. Once again, that email address is realweeklybros@gmail.com. I really don't know why I repeat the email twice.
I don't know why you do either. To me, it's redundant. Oh. You said it again. It's redundant. Whatever. Anyways, people, comments, questions, concerns. We love them.
Well, we did get a few comments on our last episode, which
we did.
One of the things I'm going to pride myself on doing is, if you make a comment, I will reply to your comment. Good or bad, I will reply to it.
There you go. Sold. Sounds a good deal. Package deal. Chips and cards.
Anything else you would like to get off your chest before we leave these fine people of the internet world?
I think the next time we'll talk, you'll be here in Detroit. A live broadcast.
It'll be our we
but
we could totally go live.
We
could go live in the Rock in the D studios.
God.
Oh my gosh.
It sounds just like the deals in the D studios.
I know. That's exactly why I said it. It's the Rock and the D Studios.
Oh my god! By our sponsor, Broke.
It's our Livonia branch.
It's on the Thunder branch.
Well, you
Get
know,
on with
we've got our main office in Provo, Utah. You know, we've got our New Orleans branch down here. You know,
Shut up.
we've no, okay, sorry.
Anyways, people, we comments and questions for us. Let's hear them. Let's do it,
All right.
and we'll answer. We really do. We look at this stuff all the time, so that's why I know we had a comment today because someone told me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you.